This review is number 5 and it's about violations. So, for example, if you live in another state and you buy a home solely on your broker recommendation and you haven't seen the home before, the broker has told you that the home is beautiful and is in a good condition, but in reality the house is infested with alligators and snakes. What can you what you can do is file citation against the broker. But you can do is to ask the broker for photos after the closing the house so you can file a complaint. Don't trust this broker because he shows moral turpitude, and broker is guilty of breach of trust. So I hope that you never ever uh, work with this specific broker because he showed that he's not loyal at all and that he will lie in explaining the condition of the house. He will basically scam you. So another important thing in this section is that if a client believes that she has sufficient evidence against a real estate agent, the client believes that she can have Florida Real Estate Recovery Fund, that she can have, sorry, that she can have Florida Real Estate Fund, who can determine if the clients can receive the fund. Who is that? Is the civil court. And if an applicant have if an applicant have not haven't passed the licensure examination, the license can be denied. Of course, if you don't pass the exam, you will not get your license. When a DRE lawyer and license comes to an agreement to impose penalty against imposed penalty associated with a complaint, what is that term called? A stipulation. That means that the DRE lawyer and the license has had agreed on the violation and how to fix it. That's called a stipulation. Payments from real estate recovery fund and limited for each broker to the agreement is of 150,000. The FREC may suspend a license for a period no longer than 10 years. Maximum imprisonment time allowed for the misdemeanor of a second degree is 60 days. Summary suspension order is known when the license is suspended prior to any hearing for a complaint of a serious law violation. That's known as summary suspension order. Let's say that you have a situation that you have a court. Let's think it in real life. You have a court on the next month, but you commit another violation before your court on the next month. That's called summary suspension order. That's the same that happens when the license is suspended prior to any hearing for a complaint. Exactly the same. Being compensated for practicing real estate without a license is a felony of third degree. Violation of a license is permanent. If a broker Bob knowingly files a false complaint, broker Tom, what can happen to Bob? The license may be suspended. Probably he will have his license suspended for lying about a complaint. You don't need to file a complaint against a license for a rule of regulation violation. Complaint must not include witnesses to the action. On the other hand, complaint must be in writing, complaint must be legally sufficient, and complaint must be signed by the complainant. Dispute allegation and provide a informal hearing. It's not an option for the respondent to a file complaint. A person may be qualified to make a claim for recovery fund from real estate recovery fund if the person notified the FREC on the claim by certified mail. The purpose of a disciplinary guideline set forth by the FREC to give notice of license of a range of penalty allowed for each count during a hearing. A licensee who received a final order of guilty for a violation complaint may appeal to order within 30 days after the final hearing. So the period time for appealing to that decision is 30 days. So if a complainant withdraw a complaint against a licensee, the complaint may be investigated anyway. So even though you remove the charges against or the accusation against the license, the procedure, the investigation will continue because for some reason you made the complaint in the first place. So if a broker fails to maintain a sign at the broker's office, it is a minor violation. License cancellation is not an administrative penalty for a law and violation. If broker files a second and then third false complaint against another broker, he may be barred from practicing real estate permanently. To avoid denial of license, an applicant must have never ever been disbarred. To qualify for recovery funds, the complainant must file a claim within 2 years of discovering the damaging act. So that's it, that's the end.